What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XRP today. It is the 24th day of November, and here we are sitting at about $2.10. We found our low just below $2. My expectation was it would be about $1.90 to $1.95. We went all the way down to $1.82. Right, a little bit wrong there, but we were expecting a low somewhere around this area, and we are having a nice recovery so far. It is important to keep in mind we have not established technically on the charts that we are at a low yet. Right now, we're at prior areas of support, potentially finding resistance. It's possible that we can go lower. I would expect that if, not when, but if, I personally don't expect that we go lower, at least not yet. But if we were to go lower, I do expect that it would not be a dramatic bit lower. It would be a very, very tiny bit lower. So it's nothing to get caught up in, okay? We're very likely going to move higher. We're at our low points, whether it's here or it's there or it's there. We're at our low points. We're going to be moving higher soon enough, right? Looking at the short-term stuff, let's get into it. Okay, hit the like button, subscribe. 1 hour time frame here. $2.10 is the price. Looking at the RSI, very nice look. Very, very nice look here. I mean, yes, you have an uptrend, higher lows here, of which you've broken out of, but you broke out of it and then broke back into it. I don't know. Did you even break out of it? Maybe not. I don't know. I feel like this is a better representation of the uptrend here, these kind of higher lows here. And maybe you have broken out of it, but you're finding support at the 50 area. You're finding support where you found resistance before, getting overbought, not getting oversold, living above the 50. You look really good here. You had ample reasons to find resistance. You just didn't do it. You're pushing higher. I mean, this, to me, if you were to pull back from here, I'd be surprised because this looks like it wants to bust to the upside. But if you do pull back, we're looking for a higher low somewhere around about $1.95. $2, somewhere around there. Okay, that would be if we do pull back from here, that's likely where you'd find your higher low. And again, even if you go lower, who cares? You can go lower than that low and you still likely will come back up to the upside here. Stochastics are bullish, very bullish actually, and the MACD is also bullish. You are about to cross green. You have crossed green right now, and you're above the zero. You look good. Yeah, should be a good day today. Good start of the week. 4 hour time frame here. Looking at the RSI. A little bit more bullish than it has been, right? You are getting consistent readings up here above the 50, which is nice to see. Stochastics are bullish as well. And the MACD is starting to cross above the zero. Now, typically, with these crosses above the zero, you might get a little bit of an initial pump. But typically, what we've seen on the 4 hour time frame is when the MACD crosses above the zero, that promotes about a day and a half to 3 days worth of consolidation. Now, you have kind of consolidated already. You've really been consolidating for about a day and a half already. So perhaps this cross will embody some type of move that takes us higher, and then we consolidate again, and then we move higher. But I would think from here, at least at this point, looking at the 4 hour time frame, I would not think that we're going to reject. I would think that we go higher. So with that in mind, taking this relative high here to this relative low here, the expectation then would be that we move up to the next fib level. We're at the 382 consolidating. We should just move right to the golden ratio. And sometimes when you consolidate like this at the 382, you don't pull back to your 236 and then move up. You just consolidate right here. Sometimes you do just push through the golden ratio. I would say 240 to 225, somewhere in here. This is likely where you're going to go. This is your likely next target area for XRP. Prior points of resistance here, here, support there. Resistance back here, right at the 786. Support right there, right at the 786 as well. Something between 240 and 225. You're at $2.10 now. And if I had to guess, I would think before the end of the month, obviously. Looking at the daily time frame, nice little bounce off the oversold zone on the stochastics and a nice rejection off the oversold zone on the RSI as well. The MACD is bearish at the moment. That's the only one that doesn't look so good. I mean, to be fair, they all kind of look bad, but there's reasons for some continuation to the upside based off of these two indicators where the MACD is not really giving us much, and that's okay. A little bit of bullish divergence, I suppose. Here you have a low and a higher low in your oscillators where you have lower lows in your price, but the oscillator divergence I've found is not always the most helpful. It's not always the most helpful. It's nice, but it's not at the same time. Low to high, golden ratio bounce. I would think that once you get above 225, then at that point, I think that you really start to validate this as a low because you're getting above your golden ratio here from a low to a high. 225 is your golden ratio there. But I would feel more confident about this low being the low once we're above this high point here at $2.70. And I'm fairly confident now that this is the low. But I don't want to say this is the low, we're moving up, we're bouncing, it's new all-time high time from here. I don't want to say that. And then we pump a little bit, we reject prior support prices that we found support at, we see a slightly lower low, and then this is the low, right? Because if I'm confident that this is the low and then somebody's watching this and they see that we're at a slightly lower low, they might panic sell because all their hopes and dreams were hinging on some random YouTuber's confidence, right, of a low being in. And whether this is the low or not, that's not the point. We're in the low area. I'm confident that this is the low, but the charts will exude confidence that that's the low once we're above about $2.70. Okay. Once we get above 270, at that point it's pretty improbable that this is anything else but the low from this overall range that we've been in since July. And we should be on our way to breaking out and seeing new all-time highs. Stuff like that, right? I like the daily indicators. I like all the indicators. They're definitely making me think that we move higher. And it makes sense. We're at a low point here, right? Beyond just this move, we're at a low point within this range that we've been in since last November, really, for about a year now. Getting ready to break above it. Lower lows in the RSI, higher lows in the price, hidden bullish divergence. Lower lows in the stochastics, but I mean, you do have lower lows here to be fair as well. But you're at the same areas that you bounced from back here. MACD is at the 0. It's a perfect area to bounce from. We're looking for a bounce and also looking for a close this month that will be above this low close here, which I think at the moment at $2.09 we're there. So in the next 6 days, let's just close above where we are now. Let's be productive. I think we will be. That's what I'm seeing on the charts. I've got nothing else for you guys. We should be moving up to, again, about 225 to 240 probably over the coming days by the end of the month, and hopefully, if anything, higher than that going into the monthly close. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I very much do anticipate that when we break out of this range, it will be to the upside, not to the downside, right? Not this way, but this way. And when we break out to the upside, the expectation is to go somewhere around $13 to $16, $17, something like that, okay? A very nice, voluptuous, all-time high breakout, blue sky discovery price action move will happen here. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.